Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And I gotta tell you, man, the rumor mill is in our favor, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just rumors. Apparently, we're in the mix of getting DeAndre Ayton, man. And to be honest with you, that was news to me. Hey, what? And trust me, I've heard all the rumors about him being disgruntled with the Phoenix Suns since last season. I even made a video a few months ago about us probably needing to take a risk in trying to go for this guy. But over the weeks and months and the success they had in the playoffs until they weren't successful, I just don't really see him wanting to come to the Spurs. Even after that issue he had with the coach, even after that. And I know that's not what Spurs fans want to hear. Hell, it's not what I want to hear. It's not what I wanted to hear several months ago when I made a video about getting this guy. And I still want him if he can be got, whatever. If we can get him, I'll take him. But when I really started diving deep into like how the cap works and what we would have to give up and what would have to go right, it just doesn't seem possible.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah, Spurs fans, I hear you. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. We need to shoot our shot. I get that. But I had to make this video, man. 3 reasons why the Ayton acquisition or trade may not happen, man. If it happens, I'm happier than Kawhi Leonard was that time. But if it doesn't happen, I can't say I'm really surprised because of these 3 reasons. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, the first reason why people are hyped for the Spurs getting Ayton or having a puncher's chance at Ayton is because he's disgruntled with the Phoenix Suns organization, and that leaves the window open for us possibly sliding in and getting this guy. And I was excited when I first heard this, but when I really started thinking about it, I was like, okay, he may be disgruntled, he may be upset, but will that, anger subside later if he gets the max contract that he wanted last season? Money solves a lot of problems for these players. So they can wave some money in front of his face and he could be good. All this could disappear. And the problem we're having with the cap is the Phoenix Suns can offer more money than the San Antonio Spurs. That's the number 1 reason why this may not likely happen, because when you think about it, the Spurs can offer a max contract, kind of, and I'll get into that in a second. They can offer a max contract, and all the Phoenix Suns have to do is match. He's a restricted free agent, so that cuts down, it cuts down the possibility of him coming to this team without outright demanding it. The second reason why this is unlikely to happen for the Spurs is the fact that the Spurs don't have enough cap space as constructed to offer him the max as is, which was surprising for me because I figured we had plenty of cap space to offer a max contract. But when you think about the contracts like Doug McDermott, contracts like Josh Richardson, contracts like Jakob, a potential contract for Lonnie Walker, the Spurs don't quite have enough cap space to offer him a $30 million contract, which is surprising. So you're going to have the Suns organization, work with you via sign and trade, or you're going to have to move a lot of, make a lot of moves ahead of time to possibly even get a shot at this guy. So, I'm not a fan of tampering, but the Spurs will have to tamper or get some type of wink that DeAndre Ayton wants to really be a Spur before they trade away assets to make space for him to come on the team. So first off, that's not likely that the Ayton is going to give that big of a commitment. I don't see that happening. And 2, I don't see the Spurs taking that big of a risk. And 3, you still have to have the Suns organization, if you don't want to do the first 2 things, have the Suns organization work with you via sign and trade, which is a lot of moving parts for this thing to work. The last reason why this is probably not going to work for the San Antonio Spurs is if I'm the Suns organization, I'm doing everything I can to hold on to this guy and to make him happy. Because if you really look how the team is constructed, without some choke jobs, they should be, in the driver's seat going to the finals again. Like, they should be there. They didn't get there because of, basically Chris Paul and Devin Booker choked. And, you can make the argument that Ayton choked too, but he wasn't necessarily playing the minutes you would expect him to play. So that's a whole nother video for another day. But you have a nucleus that works, and that will work for at least another year. You get what I'm saying? So when you think about that, it's a double-edged sword because, okay, you have a nucleus that can work, that can get hot, that can get to the finals again. But then you have an aging superstar or aging star in Chris Paul that only has about a year, 2 years max. Now, granted, I said that about 3 years ago. So who knows, man? These guys are find between him and LeBron, they finding the fountain of youth. So with that said, you need to groom a second star for that team. And you have a year or two to groom this guy. The guy is only like, 23, I think, 24. So he has the tools and the ceiling that the Phoenix Suns could use to match with Devin Booker in the future. So you don't necessarily let that go just all willy-nilly. You get what I'm saying? You tend to hold on to those type of players. Is he underachieving? Sure. Is he disgruntled? Yes. But that's not something you just let go if you're the Phoenix Suns. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Just a quick one today, just to share my thoughts on this. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Spurs some way, somehow try to pull this out and figure out a way. I hope Ayton really wants to be a Spur. I think he could really help us. But man, I'm just not trying to get my hopes up, if you know what I mean. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about the situation, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.